This is WBCF Television, Channel 19 in New York.
Hello, and welcome to the Dear Peter Show. And is there any people in the audience that want to ask us questions before we start off?
Yes.
Step up to my podium, please. Yeah, what's your name? That's a funny name. Do you have a last name? What's your question?
BB. How come everything on your body comes in large amounts? Particularly your nose and other areas.
Because good things come in big packages.
I heard that good things come in small
Your
packages.
height wrong and now your height right.
Anything over
Sit
a
down.
mouthful is a waste.
You got any other questions?
I hate you.
Any other questions from the people in the
Ouch.
audience?
Hello, my name is Carmen Rodriguez, and I would like to
Yes.
know where do I go to get my passport?
Why don't you get the passport people? This is a show. This
Why
is
don't
not
you get a
information
passport and no
feed.
return?
You got any more questions?
Yes, I'm 16 and I'm pregnant, and I don't know what to do. Go to a really
Don't tell me your problems. Go see the Information Bureau Center.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Would you like a vanilla dick shake after the show?
I like a chocolate. Sit down.
Good night.
Good night. Any more people got any questions?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse, what's your question?
Oh, he's got to stop playing now. I don't want to ask you a question. I want to make a statement.
This early in the show?
Why don't you have a party and invite your cups down to your shoes?
Throw the bum out. Any more questions? What an unruly bunch. What's your name?
My name is
Mary
Anne
Jane.
Marie.
Well, what do you want?
Of the third degree.
Quiet, the audience. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Yes.
Why are you such a dissenting bastard?
Whoa!
Ooh.
That is cigar and smoke it.
Sit down before I have you tossed out.
Answer
Some
the
people just
question.
wasn't brought up right, and you happen to be one of them.
Answer the question. You're very rude.
I'm rude.
Whoa!
You think you're
First of all, you never knew no English.
Never knew. Whoa!
How does that grab you? You wasn't brought up right, see?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? I just heard the way you
You're
give me my question.
digressing the question.
You're running away from the question.
I ain't running no place. I'm sitting in my seat.
You're hiding.
And you're
What's your
sitting down.
You're hiding.
Goodbye.
You're hiding.
Goodbye. Sit down.
One more question.
What an unruly bunch. Yes.
I'll be more nice about it.
Yes.
How come you're so disagreeing with everybody and whatever they say,
Because they don't say the right thing.
and you swear you're right by all
That's
the
right, I'm right.
Okay.
Okay, sit down.
Disagrees once again.
I will be right back with our show and our guest. This is my guest, Susan B. Malibu, and she's with Women's Lib. Tell me, whatever prompted you to join Women's Lib?
I joined the movement because it's men like you that think who the hell they are.
You girls don't know when you're well off. You just want everything, and you already have it.
Don't you want everything?
You think that you
Do
need
you
thing, and you already
want
have it.
everything?
What do you need that you don't already have?
What do I need?
That's right.
Don't you think a woman is capable of doing a man's job?
No, that's why
Why
a man
not?
does it.
A man always doesn't do anything, everything.
A man does more than a woman.
No, he
A
doesn't.
woman's got her part, and a man's got his part.
Yeah, but
And a
you're
woman ain't got
trying.
no right conflicting with what the man does.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm right.
No, you're wrong.
Tell me why I'm wrong.
Because
That's a good start.
a woman could have just as much of a capacity to do something just as much as a man can do.
Right, but they're supposed to stay in their own area.
No.
You don't see a man taking over a woman's job.
No.
Beauticians.
Why shouldn't you
Well,
see
I'm
that?
talking about a normal man. Most of them beauticians is off the wall.
No, they're not.
It says
Just
most.
say what is normal.
Most men beauticians are fags, if you ask
If
me.
you wait, first of all, if you guys want to make comments, you come to the podium. Okay? Good. Go ahead. What was you saying now?
But I think this was a show we didn't have to come up to the podium and just confide.
Quiet in the audience. What'd you
If a
say?
woman wants to run in politics and she is capable of holding the office and she has the intelligence, why not let her run for the office?
Which office are you speaking of?
Any office of the government.
Right, president.
Any office. I heard you
Because of
comment.
the
I heard
fact-
you comment before.
Because of the fact,
Oh, I heard you comment before
because
that
of the
you said
fact-
there would never be a woman president.
I said there shouldn't be. And if I
Then
could
you
help it,
said
there
they never
won't be.
would.
If I could help it, there won't be.
If you could help it.
That's right.
be able to.
Me and
Why?
the rest of the people behind me.
No.
Because a woman has no right in that office. She
Well,
can't handle the job.
She can sew. She could better
cannot
even.
handle
She
it.
could handle it even better than a man.
Do you
couldn't handle
know,
the
woman has more capacity to think straight?
If you want a question up to the podium, or be quiet.
Why are you so against the idea, or why do you think that women are put on a lower level than a man? You know.
Not a lower level. Just different areas. Women are too busy trying to compete, and there's no reason for it.
Well, if they're busy trying to compete,
There's no
and if they
reason
have,
for it.
why not?
What do women lack that they need? What do women lack that they want to have that they can't get?
If she wants to compete for anything, I don't give a damn what the hell it is. Let her go
That's
out
right.
there and do it. Why?
Why should she?
But why? There's constitutional rights, aren't they? Aren't there?
Sure, there's constitutional rights.
Right, the 13th Amendment.
Shut up, I
Slavery was
said, or you go up
abolished.
over
That's
here.
right, slaves.
You're making every
Yes,
excuse to
yes.
turn over in his grave.
Excuse me.
Yes, your name.
The
please.
19th
My
Amendment,
name
woman
is
Your name
Anne
is-
Marie. My name is Anne Marie.
Yeah, what do you want?
I would like to ask the young lady. Are you married right now?
At the present, no.
Do you intend to be married?
Hopefully.
How could you be a wife and a mother and a career woman all at the same time? How could you give them
I know
equal
some
time?
people. I know some people who do all three roles wrapped up into one.
Look at a man, he has all three roles.
What about a doctor?
She's taking this individually now.
What about a doctor? What about a lawyer? You know, what about a president? Now that's the highest job you can go for in this country. He's got a family. He manages to do his job and to keep his household.
But he's not there. He's not there. The wife is home with the children.
You
He's
say
not
he's not there, but how do you know if he isn't there?
He's not there. That's why these people, their home life is like not too good.
Well, that's how come she's for women's liberation, so she could have
Quiet or get up to the
centers,
podium, Mal.
childcare centers, and that we want, and
Mal.
you know, all that.
Okay.
No, it's very bad.
No, wait a minute. The thing that really gets me is that the men today think they're so domineering that, in other words, when they win a woman or whatever the case may be, you know, like they push them aside and like throw them into a corner, like they're not capable of doing nothing. And if they try to compete for something right away, like you have all kind of protests or all kind of, you know, all this critical junk coming into it.
I think that you were associating with the wrong men.
No.
You can't generalize. You can't generalize.
All right, let's go to a certain
No,
thing.
use
then.
Jack's term, most. Most men.
Most men. What about the other men that are left out?
There's an exception to every rule.
There is. So
Do
there's
all
an
the
exception
girls,
to
do all the
our rule.
girls that you operate with want what you want? Well,
No.
do all the girls in this world go to women's lib? No, there's exceptions. There's exceptions to everything. Some people agree with what you're doing. I don't. Because I agree with her. You ain't got no right to go out of the house.
No. What the
You're
hell?
supposed
What
to
do
be
you
home,
think that a
taking
woman?
care
No,
of
wait a
the
minute.
kids.
She
on the
asked
laundry,
me
cooking
if I
his
plan to
meals.
get married, right?
That's
I
right.
answered her.
That's right.
You think
And
my
why-
role is just going to be behind a hot stove or
It should
washing
be.
clothes? That's a lot of crap.
First of all, you're not going to get married. At the rate you're going,
Let me be the
no one will
judge.
marry you.
Excuse me, I'd like to say
I'll
something.
be the judge of
Yes.
There are certain cases where women could do both work and also take care of a home. But I do not believe that when they have small children. It's bad for the children psychologically. They need the mother there when they are small to bring them up. I could see at a later age the woman going out to work, but yet it should not conflict with her home. It should not conflict at all. Because this is where the children get brought up wrong, and then the marriage breaks up.
You're taking it on a psychological point of view.
No, well, that's what the whole thing is.
You got to take it on everything.
The whole women's lib is a whole psychological thing. Look at these women. They took a poll. Most of them, they're like this because their fathers were very, very domineering over their mothers.
Now let me ask you a question. You're against this, right?
Right.
You're totally against it, 100%. Do you plan to get married?
Yes.
Okay, you plan to get married. I understand you're in college, right?
Right.
You're taking a psychological course.
Right.
Okay. When you get married and you have children, your career goes down the drain, doesn't it?
Well.
No.
No.
Right?
No.
If you're going to sit in a house
First of
taking care
all,
of children,
I use my psychology to benefit my children.
that's
I
right.
have to agree with you on that.
You don't have to
I
go
use
into
the
a profession.
psychology.
okay, all right. That is going to be beneficial to your children.
Right.
As well as
But all those years of going to school because you wanted this, it's not going to be an inch of work to you.
Oh, yes, it will. It'll be
But
very
how?
satisfying. When I see my children, and if they grow
She
up,
can help her. She's not out to get the men like you are.
Person.
Through her education, she can get a highly
and
educated
then
guy.
when I feel that my children are old enough, when they're old enough, I can always go back to this profession.
What if you can't? What if
Well,
you
then I
can't?
just don't. That's all. I still use it. I could use it in the home. That's all.
So then certain professions break it down and you can use it in the home. And what is it like, you know?
Well, listen, if I was going to
Go to the
college,
podium.
Useful and
Go to the podium. Yes.
Hello. I'm a liberated
Thank you.
woman,
Yes.
and I'm definitely for,
You're a liberated woman.
yes, I'm very liberated. In fact, at the end of the show, I'm going to burn my bra.
This I
Um,
gotta see.
I'm for the woman's liberation 100% because
Yeah.
I feel that, first of all, as I mentioned before, the 13th Amendment, slavery was abolished, and we have no right to be slaves under men.
Mhm.
And
What makes you think you're slaves?
because of a lot of things that we have to take. They don't want us
Like
to have
defense-
jobs that they have and all this other crap like that. Now, a thing that stands out in my mind in particular is the fact that a girl has to have a college degree to make the same wages that a guy from the 8th grade elementary school could make.
It depends on the job. You got the
No,
job?
well listen, I'm
You got the
saying
job?
in
What
most
job?
cases, in most cases.
For what job? Give me an example of the job.
Well, say a guy can do stupid things like that men could do, loading trucks or whatever.
You want to load
That-
trucks? Go right ahead, sweetheart.
But we can't
Wait a
get
minute,
out of these
that's-
jobs.
Excuse me.
Now,
Excuse
that's just let me, like I
Step up to
said,
the
in
podium.
most cases,
Yes.
like I said, it happens to be that a girl has to have a college degree to make the same wages that a guy could make. The same wages, mind
You know
Only
why?
graduating
Do you know
why?
8th grade
Do
elementary
you know
school.
why?
I wanna know
Because
something.
wait, the guy is a breadwinner of the family and not the lady. This is established. The guy needs the money, and mainly the girl doesn't. Because the guy generally has to support or plan to support a family of 2, 3, 4, whatever.
That's not
This is
how.
why.
Women have to
If
work.
the man had that much trouble getting a job, he would be out of business. His family would go poor. He would have nothing to eat on his table.
Let his wife go to
That's how come.
His wife can go to work.
A lot of people don't want their wives like me.
His wife can go.
why
My
don't
wife
you
won't
want
go
your
to
wife
work.
to go to work?
When my wife wants to go to work,
let me ask
that's
you
when she
something.
gets a divorce.
Just let me know
And
your
I-
definition of a wife.
A wife is someone
Yeah.
that's going to cook my meals, take care of my kids, wash my
Is that
clothes.
oral? Is that oral? You intend to marry for?
That's mainly it.
Do you intend to go back to the Civil War and make a complete slave out of her?
I don't intend for her to go out to work.
Listen, you know
She
what?
takes care of my home. That's her job.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
That's her job.
It's not.
That's her job. Yes.
You just want us to be subordinate and submissive to you because you're nothing but domineering and aggressive.
Wait a minute.
And like,
Excuse me.
one more
I forgot
thing.
what I had to say.
We are no dopes, and we're not going to just sit around
Listen.
on our asses if we can help it.
Listen.
The problem
wait a
is you
minute.
can't help.
Excuse me, I just want to say
Yes.
something.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
What you think, honey?
You're both looking at it wrong, in the wrong aspect. A woman could be a wife, a mother, and she can also work if she gives equal time to them.
One more thing, marriage. And my definition of marriage, it's legalized rape. That's all it is. Of course, we're not forced into it. But on the other hand, to me, that is, looking at it, I think it's legalized rape.
So don't get married.
And I feel that a lot of these people, women who are married, they have to carry a baby for 9 months. Why can't we have vitro babies? Have them in bottles. Why do we have to walk around looking fat and ugly?
Why don't you sit down?
And
You walk around fat and ugly because it's them who put you in that position. That's why.
But if you don't want
we
to have
have to have
kids,
So,
hey, hush
we have
that.
to
If you don't want to have
kids
kids
running around the
and you don't
house.
want to get married, if it's not for you, fine.
Well,
Go
you're
sit
not
down.
listening to me. I'm stating my opinion.
So tell me your opinion. I know
Listen,
your
honey,
opinion.
you have 2 eyes and 2 ears.
That's
you should
right,
listen
Toots.
and look and not speak. You only have 1 mouth.
Someone's got
Remember
to
that.
tell you where it's at.
And then another
You got
thing.
the wrong idea about everything. For what you're operating, you might as well die tomorrow because it's all over. for you.
No,
this is
you
What do you
have
got to live?
you have the wrong
What do
idea
you got
about
to live?
everything.
Shut
If
up.
I was married,
What do you got to live?
say if I was married and I had kids.
There's a
And
beauty in
say
having
if-
kids
say
in a
if-
marriage.
Okay, then there's a beauty in a career too. Say if I wanted to work. Now, why couldn't they have clinics that where children can stay in during the day? You know, so we can
There
go out.
are some,
Well, not
but
as
the
much
women
as we're
don't want to
demanding.
go and do it.
Excuse
Who wants
me.
to watch kids? You just got finished saying it.
I wanna
Who's
make
going
a
to take care of
comment
these
on
kids
that.
in this clinic?
I want to make a
Yes.
comment on that. Statistics show that children that are brought up in a clinic or,
Yes.
or something to
I'm
do with
saying
that,
just part of the day.
these are kids that grow up wrong psychologically. They do. They need the mother
That's
there.
right.
They have to have the.
Well, I'm taking one good example that comes from my family.
You?
Yeah, take it easy. My brother has 3 children.
Everybody's ass.
You go. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Bob.
Go ahead.
My brother works all crazy hours around the clock.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law is home with 3 kids. One goes to school. The other 2, at certain times during the time that they were married, she put them in a nursery, and she went back because she took up beauty culture as a profession. Now, when my brother's kids were put in this nursery, they were like well trained, just as
And what
well
happened
as
to
their
them?
mother, as their mother was there.
What happened to them?
Nothing happened to them.
Look at these kids in orphanages, and they're alone a lot of parts,
Listen,
you know, their life.
It's just, yeah. It's
What do
an
you mean, what
experiment.
happened to, wait, what do you mean what happened? What do you expect to happen to them?
They could be weird wrong.
No, what do you got
They could be ill
what do you have
Listen,
organizations
what do you
and
think
groups
could
like this for?
One thing, listen,
For what groups are you speaking of now? Women's rights? Women's liberation? That
Yeah.
group?
hey,
That group is a mistake and a half.
that doesn't-
They had one right to vote. I could see their vote.
Would you make your
I
profession
can't
go
see
down
them
the
going
drain?
crazy.
Would I make mine go down the drain? Right
This
or
is
wrong?
not. What do you mean right or wrong? There's no right or there's no wrong. It's your opinion. My opinion, like I says, is that a woman should be in the home and take care of the home. That should be her prime
But
job.
why? Why do you have such a one-track
Because
mind
somebody's
thinking
got to
like
do it,
that?
and I'll be out winning the bread. My wife ain't got to win the bread. I'll win it. I'll be the breadwinner of my
Listen.
family.
That-
Yes.
That doesn't mean that about the clinics and all that jazz. I know someone, in fact, my own brother. I'll even say it right out.
Go ahead.
But the idea is that he is with his wife, and you know, and they have a kid, and they are home. You know, like he'll go out and work, and she'll be home all day. But the thing is that you know, they don't get along. There's no love in that family, and that's going to be worse. That kid's going to grow up worse than if it was in a clinic. So.
I pity your wife.
There was a thing where they had an experiment where they left some kids unattended, and those kids died. Because without
But it
love and
doesn't have to be in
affection,
a
it
clinic
doesn't
to be
work
a-
out.
the fact that
Okay,
a clinic
okay, you
could
had
be
to
even-
say, I
they
wanted
need
to
more
say
security.
something.
They need the
Go ahead.
security.
I just want to say one thing.
Quick.
I don't think men really care if women become truck loaders, furniture movers.
That's
or what.
right.
You know what it is?
They're afraid of the
male
competition.
sex was always called the stronger sex. You are afraid that the women could show you up.
They won't
That's
show
what
us
it
up,
is.
'cause they
But
can't.
so
Because you wear
They're
the
not
pants
able
and you're
to
a
take care
man.
of certain jobs. They would never be able to go under the strain of president or any
Why
real
not?
big things.
Why
they
not?
would never be able to take care of a corporation.
why not just why?
They
Because
have a
they're
mental
strange.
breakdown because they're not built for it. They're always crying. They're always weeping. Every time.
Yeah, well, there's a
Don't
lot
say,
of politicians
because
around
it's the
today
truth.
No,
who
I'm
cry.
sorry.
We'll be right back.
And I was cut off.
And we're back. Now, you say the girls are liberated. I want to know. I give them liberation on one condition. That they go through everything, including being drafted
Yeah,
and paying alimony.
yeah, that's good.
Why should they only get the good parts of it? Let them have the bad parts too. What do you say to that?
So, let them be drafted then.
All right. If you're willing to be drafted, that's okay with me then.
What about, I don't
But
know.
I got news for you. If girls were in this war,
Go up to the podium. You won't be heard.
if girls were fighting this war,
They would fight
like
it better than
say the Vietnamese war now, it would have been won already.
Right, hey, all right, okay.
No, why don't we just have more debts?
No.
Goyles.
More debts?
Debts.
Goyle,
Goyles.
Goyle, yeah. You're talking about
Yes.
women being drafted. What about all these other
And
punks?
paying alimony. Let's not forget that. Right
Well,
now,
look, we have the
if a
wax
guy
and the waves.
go up to the podium, you won't be heard.
We have the wax and the waves.
You ain't gotta yell. Go up to the podium.
You're saying women aren't capable of doing
Wait a
certain
minute,
things?
wait a minute.
What about the guys who burn their draft cards or are afraid of being shipped to Vietnam because they're gonna get killed?
They're not called men.
They're not men.
Right.
Well, what are they?
Men want to be.
They're nothing. They're
A
nothing.
guy that's not afraid of dying is a jerk.
At least they're alive.
You
A
take
guy
these
that's not
guys.
afraid of
Men
dying,
wanna
that'll
be
walk
above-
into it.
All
It's
these
not
guys
all
today,
bad.
they
It's a
cut
mental
corners
thing.
to avoid that
Listen,
A
draft.
guy
Shut
that
up.
walks into
Barbara, shut your
walks
big
into that
mouth.
death trap has got to be a jerk.
Listen, men want to be
Yes.
above women.
Yes.
They don't want equality. Meanwhile,
Yes.
like what she was saying about the draft, they don't like the idea of drafting either. Being drafted either. Like if they swear that they wear the pants,
Yeah.
well, like there shouldn't even be no draft. They should just enlist by the hundreds of millions and thousands of.
Nobody's looking to get bumped off. The guy that's looking to get
How
killed
could
is
you
sick.
say-
Unless you don't
manly.
believe in
I'm so manly. I ain't a
the government.
masochist.
You can't enlist them.
Especially
if you don't
when my
believe
life
in
is
the
the one getting
government,
bumped off.
A lot
Yes.
of them are against the draft, the men, because they don't believe in the way the government is run. Not because they're cowards, but because they don't believe in the government.
And whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? You're talking about the government now? You're gonna go into politics, right?
No, I'm just saying about guys, like they're not cowards. They don't believe in the government. Just like, it doesn't matter what sex, just like a girl, if she was drafted, if she didn't believe in the government, I don't believe that's a coward.
If this country was ever invaded, you'd see all the guys join. Because
You
they're
can see all the guys
protecting.
run the other way.
No, they wouldn't.
They
They
run
wouldn't.
the other way because they're scared
If
of
the
their own shadow.
communists landed in San Francisco,
You're a
everybody would
communist.
join. Because then they're protecting their life and their limb. Who are you protecting over in Southeast Asia and Rice Paddy? You got any relatives there? I ain't. As far as I'm concerned, that country could go. What do I care?
Any war, no
My
matter
people
which
ain't
one.
there.
Could be any war.
Wait, are you
Women
saying?
belong in
Wait,
that
wait,
house.
wait.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Like the
that
man says, we fight
Are
for
you
me or
saying-
mom.
the war that's going on now?
Not
You
for
don't,
little white Patty, yeah. Well,
because you don't know anybody there. You don't give a damn who's getting killed.
I give a damn if I get killed.
Half
No,
of these
but
guys
listen.
But in other
I'm
words,
not even involved with it.
He doesn't care if anybody who was born in South Vietnam gets bumped up, because it doesn't matter. We weren't born there, it's not our country.
That's
What happened,
right.
we gotta
But why?
fight here
I
for.
know. Why? They're a human being.
I don't believe.
They're
I
human
just think
beings.
they're scared shit. All these guys they have to go somewhere or the other. So they'll join
very
the
easy to
National Guard or
talk.
the Coast Guard and all this other shit.
It's very
But meanwhile,
easy to
they're
talk.
just afraid of being drafted.
It's
That's all
very
it
easy
is.
to talk when your life ain't on the line.
It's not this government
It's very
shit.
easy
They
to
don't want to
talk.
fight because they don't believe in the government, so they'll have to go into something else.
When your life
And they
ain't
don't
on the
like that
line.
idea either.
That's right.
What else you say?
And you
I
got
see
these-
your mouth open. I don't want a fly to go in it. Yeah? What? Tell me.
These guys who are afraid of going in the draft, they do this, that, and the other thing. They're the one who makes the government bad.
Okay,
What
we're
is
speaking
that?
about women's liberation. Nothing else.
Yes. All right, what about paying alimony? If you want to start with that, a guy has to pay a girl alimony. It
Okay,
shouldn't
but then
be
you
that.
take the kids.
Because why should they?
But then you take the kids.
She takes the kid. She has
Wait
it.
a minute.
You gave them to her.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
You wanted it.
Well,
She
she
takes
has
the whole
Wait a
responsibility.
minute.
She wants everything.
Wait a minute.
I'm waiting. What do you want?
You see, you had the kids.
What's your name first?
My name is Fanny Fan.
Okay, Fan.
Okay. A woman has her children. They're two people, a husband and a wife, and they have their children. Now they have the responsibility of bringing those two kids up.
Both of them.
Both of them. Now some women are drunkards, the anything. They let
Some men
They
are.
let, wait a minute, they let their children, they don't care about them. That's why they give them to the foster homes, adoption homes, anything. And some men are like that too, like they want to go out and have a good time.
The
But
drunks,
it is-
dope bags, gamblers.
But it is the woman's responsibility to take care of her children.
That's right.
You take care of yourself and you're not going to take care of your own kids?
All right. That's all right.
Well, then how could you take care of the kids if you're not getting
After the party, I'm
alimony?
gonna shut your mouth.
Right, how could you take care of the kids? How could you take care of the kids? How could you take care
You're
of the kids?
getting the alimony because you're the wife.
Go to
That's
work.
a woman's place at
You
home.
gotta work.
It
And
is
then
not.
you can't put the
That
kids
is
in.
not. How do you want your kids to be grown up as?
That's maternal instinct.
Look, if you just want to go out and work,
No,
nobody's
you don't have
stopping you.
nothing.
Go out. So making somebody babysit for the kids.
Who
I don't
says
care.
I'm for the, I'm against
Alright, if
the
they want
liberation?
to go out and work. Go ahead, you bring home the money. I'll sit home and sleep and do nothing like everybody else does.
Then you're a bum.
Well, I don't mean, what do you do? You sit on your, and you eat much television all day.
Oh, hey, you can't afford to talk. No.
See, Jack,
Because you like to go home and you
just
like
said
to do
before,
this.
a woman has a harder job at
What else
home
is there?
because she has to take care of the whole house. She's got
Not
a bunch
all
of
wives
kids.
do it.
That's
And
not right.
What you
No,
gotta
no,
do-
no, no,
What you gotta do and what you
Listen.
do is two different things.
Listen, the
That's what the
man,
whole problem is. You girls want to go out. You want to parade in the street.
listen.
Who the hell's
man-
watching the kids while you're parading in the street?
The
Huh?
That's true.
The clinics, the kennels, not the
listen.
clinics.
Listen to me,
You
please.
make your kids like dogs. Yeah, what do you want, Toots? You're a
The
fan,
men,
ain't you?
the
I
men
recognize
are the
it.
provider of the family. He is the provider. He brings home the money. He does this. He works hard all damn
That's
day.
the whole
So
point.
do we.
All
So
right,
do we.
We work
So do we.
So
So do we.
out in the
He
wilderness.
works, so do
We're not
we.
with a cap on his
He
head
works,
doing
you
construction work.
He works hard my ass. He meets people all day. He goes out for lunch.
And what do you
runs
do?
how
Fix
many
the bed?
secretaries he
You
has
fix
on
the
his
bed?
scale.
You cook a meal?
You
Now
You want to stay home and do all those things?
Everyone.
Go ahead.
Well, if we don't do nothing, why don't you just go out and work? And we'll stay
Well,
home.
that's what we want.
Go ahead, I'm not stopping you.
If it's so easy.
I'd like to see them change positions.
I don't give a
I'd
damn
like
what
to
you
see
do.
him.
You go out and go ahead. I'll stay home.
He's for
Better
us,
off for me.
Bullshit, you won't stay home and
Better
you let
off
your
for
wife
me.
go out gallivanting.
Better off for me. I'll stay home
You're full
and
of
sleep.
shit.
First
At least
of
a woman's
all-
liberation, that's all. So that's good.
Does wife go out gallivanting all around?
Some do and some don't.
Right. Some have the reputation of doing that.
But why should they have a reputation? Because
they're
they're
kind of
women? Well, that's
Why
not
can't men
Some
have
of
a
them are real
reputation?
tramps. Some of them are real tramps.
Stay on this side of my camera,
We
please.
should be equal. We shouldn't get the
No,
reputation.
stay. Move over,
Should
Pasqua.
be the men.
Hey, Fanny, move your arm
Is that true?
from my camera. Thank you very much.
right.
We're getting a little rowdy over there. This is good. Getting a little smoky. So, from all this fighting and arguing, we found out that the wife's job isn't so hard. And we found out that the husband's is hard.
Today you have
Oh,
everything
no,
to
the
push your
husband
button.
isn't so
You
hard
push your
either.
button, you wash your
Suppose
clothes.
you
You
go
push.
out and you get the ulcers. How do you like that?
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, but
Listen,
You have-
listen, it will look,
You
it will
have
look
the
pretty
low
funny.
life
It will look
expectancy
pretty
that a
funny.
man
Listen
has.
to this. It will look pretty
All right,
funny.
wait a minute, I'm
Wait a minute, I
talking.
wanna
I
say
expect,
something.
this
No,
is
wait.
my show,
I
you
can't
wait.
listen.
Okay, I'm
Wait a
sorry.
minute.
Be quiet. How
Damn
come a man has a less life expectancy than a woman if a man's job is so easy? Tell me that.
Oh, it's not
How
because of
come?
his work. It's just because
Do you
he's
know
stupid.
Oh, no, it's not that he's so stupid.
Right, it's biological.
It's that he's so stupid that doesn't send
It's
his wife
just
out to work.
biological.
That's why he's
It
so
is
stupid.
just biological.
It's not biological.
Yes,
It's his
it is.
environment. It's his job. You were saying, Fanny.
Wait a minute. If men are so
Now
stupid,
you forgot.
how come the men are in politics today, and how come we have a man president?
Well, because we're not liberated yet. And fully.
Good.
No, because the women
But
are
if
more
we-
stupid than the
And you
men.
should
Now,
stay that
what
way.
do you say,
men run politics.
You really say a lot for yourself. I have to say so. You just like to be a goddamn slave, get married, have a
No,
man.
she doesn't. She just
No,
knows
I know.
her
I
place.
know where my place is.
She's
That's
not
why.
trying to be a big
Wait a minute,
shot
I
that
don't-
you can't even be. That's what it is.
no,
You think that you could take on more than you could chew. You understand? That's
It's not-
right.
a man's
Right
the
away, you
president,
wanna
a
be-
man's
hey,
a
you
lawyer,
wanna be
a
the
man's
president.
this, a
It's a
man's
hard
that.
job,
A woman
That's
could
right.
do it.
A woman could not do it
Yes,
so
she
successfully
can.
as a man does.
Yes,
You
she
understand?
can even better.
Never happen.
She can too.
Never
Meanwhile, the
happened.
cameraman just dropped the camera.
Yeah,
Just
because
be
you
camera
girls are
woman.
getting
You
them
should be camera
excited.
woman. They wouldn't drop the camera.
No,
They
they
make
break it.
mistakes.
The jerk would be taking a picture of the wall instead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The queen is just a figurehead. The queen could never run that country.
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
So is the one in
nothing.
Rome, dude. He's a figurehead too.
Who?
If you want to talk about figureheads.
The queen does
Let's
not
think
do
about
a
heads
thing
now.
besides do with the stamp. That's all.
Queen has nothing to do
The
with
queen's a lot of
politics.
shit.
The
The queen is there for one reason, because the queen was there years ago. She has no
She's
power
still
at
ruling the
all.
country,
She
isn't
has
she?
no power at all.
She don't rule the country.
Oh,
England is not
listen,
such a
honey.
big country
You
to
don't know your
run. It don't make a
history.
difference.
You don't know your history too good. Did you ever know that a lot of the queens influenced their husbands what to do and what to
Yeah,
say?
because they nagged them.
Nag my ass. They had to tell them because
Yeah,
the
like
king
hell. They
needed a
nagged them.
shoulder to
They're
lean
just
They
on.
a
nagged
bunch
them
of
like a wife
domineering
nags a guy
bastards,
to
that's
get ahead.
all.
No.
If it wasn't for the
There's a
girls that they're
difference
so
between
headstrong
nagging
that
and
they're
there's a
never
difference-
happy with what they get. That's the
No.
problem with girls today.
No.
They're never happy. Every time they get something, they want more.
No,
And
it's the
more and
men
more.
who want
They're
more.
never happy.
No.
Oh, no, it's not the men.
No.
It's always the wife that's nagging the guy.
Well,
The guy
then-
is always satisfied.
well, then
You gotta
Yeah,
give
she
the wife
wants
something
more.
to nag
She
about.
wants more
Well,
all the
that's
time,
how
no matter
come-
what you give her.
That's how
You
come
give her a
women should
fuck up,
be.
she wants two.
Well, that's how
You
come-
give her a car, she wants two.
Listen, Jack, that's how come women should be liberated then.
Okay,
That's
we'll
how
be
come
right
they
back.
should be liberated. So they wouldn't nag.
We'll be right back. I want to thank my guests, and I want to thank my audience, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's show.
Try your rivals.